with this video series. On to the next section. ACT Science Hacks. Here are the 3 science hacks that we will go over. The first tip is to save conflicting viewpoints for last. The second tip is visuals are your friends. The third tip is don't bother studying science terms. Let's go and discuss each one of these in more detail. Conflicting viewpoints is the most time-consuming part of the ACT science section for almost every student. It involves much more reading than the other parts of the section, which mostly consist of data interpretation. It's best to save conflicting viewpoints for last so you can get through all the quicker passages first. The ACT science section appears complicated because there are detailed explanations of experimental procedures combined with diagrams and charts. However, most of this information only exists to make you freak out about all the stuff you think you don't understand. You can ignore most of the background information and just focus on the data provided in the visuals when answering questions. These questions are mostly based on logic, not complex science. The science section on the ACT doesn't have much in common with the tests that you've taken in high school science classes. It's not necessary to study terms because there won't be any obscure concepts that you need to understand independently. Anything obscure that you need to know to answer the questions will be defined for you in the passage. Succeeding on the science section is about getting used to the format and digging down to the logical core of each question. This is the last section. We've finally arrived at the very last part of the test, the writing section. We have only 2 ACT writing hacks and here they are. The first tip is to include an introduction and conclusion. The second tip is to write at least 2 pages. Seems easy enough, right? Let's go. Introductions and conclusions are the most important aspects of any ACT essay. The graders pay close attention to the first and last paragraphs of each essay because they provide insight into the quality of the rest of your writing. The introduction is even more critical to your score than the conclusion because it includes a thesis statement, which gives the reader a preview of the rest of your essay. Make sure your intro contains a clear thesis statement that will make it easy for the grader to give you points. There's no official length requirement for the ACT essay, but you should aim for at least 2 pages of writing to ensure that your argument is fully developed. Essays that are less than 2 pages typically score lower because they don't include enough details or explain their ideas completely. If you have an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion, making your essay at least 2 pages probably won't be an issue. Here is an overall strategy for the test. First, skip hard questions at first. Second, fill in an answer for every question. Third, know the test structure for every section. Lastly, use the process of elimination. These tactics will help you become a more efficient and confident test taker as long as you use them in tandem with a responsible long-term study plan. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Any test can be hard and the ACT is no different. Use these tips to supplement any other study methods you are using. If you're serious about trying to get the best possible score you can get on the ACT, I recommend an ACT prep course down below. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram and DM and ask for a $300 discount code while we have them. We only have a few discount codes available, so it's while supplies last. Thanks for watching and make sure to like, comment, and share if you found